Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you're well. This is the recap of the Neymar session that we did on Wednesday. So for those of you that took part in the session, it's an opportunity for you to see the techniques again and practice. For those of you that were unable to join us, it's a chance for you to see what we did and hopefully you can give it a go as well. So here we go with the first exercise. This theme's Neymar. So the first exercise we're going to be looking at are those little quick feet he has in those tight situations, especially when he enters the final third, finds himself out near the touchline. He loves that little drag and push away from players. So if you watch the technique from the side, then I'll show you from a front position and then I'll show you the actual work you're going to be doing. So this one is, and I'm using my right foot first, it's a drag diagonally back towards my left foot and then a push forwards to get away from that player. Okay, it's not the most complicated skill to do when you see it like that, but when you're doing it in real time at speed, it can be quite difficult to get the timing right. So I'll show you once again from this angle. So my right foot, here's the ball, it's a pull back, push forward, and that's when you accelerate and get away. So front on, this is what it'll look like. So I'm coming towards the defender, you're gonna be the player. It's a drag back towards me and a push forward to go and attack the space, okay? Now you're gonna work for 60 seconds doing this and you're gonna work both directions. Now depending on the space you've got, obviously depending on how far you wanna push the ball out, if you don't get a big touch with your first little getaway, then have another one to make sure you're covering some distance. So this is what the work will look like. So this way I'm gonna go using my right foot, drag back right, push left and stop. Then I'm going to come back towards you, drag left, push right and stop. Now obviously the more confident you are, the better you get it, the quicker you can do it. So it ends up where it's drag push and you're away from that player. 60 seconds work, do that 3 times, off you go. The second exercise we're going to be working on is the rabona turn. Now, Neymar's one of the best at this because he has got it in his locker to deliver crosses, shots and passes by using the rabona technique. So he comes in and he strikes the ball and he gets the ball where he wants it to go, and he's got unbelievable technique when it comes to doing that. When he adds the turn to it, he's almost unstoppable because players genuinely know when he's going to go to do the rabona, he's going to have quality. So they commit and they make sliding tackles and they try and get blocks in. So when you put the turn in, it just takes that defender right out of the game. So I'll show you relatively normal speed and then I'll show you a little bit slower. So we're coming in, I'm going to strike the ball, I'm out the other side and I'm turning. Now I'll slow it down for you so you can see the turn is crucial. That right foot push away or left foot, whatever you want to start off doing, but the crucial point is the planting leg. So when you're coming in to plant the leg, the player has no choice but to think you're actually going to use that rabona technique to deliver the ball in whatever form that is. So you plant that leg and instead of striking, you bring your kicking leg, your right leg if you're right footed, left leg if you're left footed, round and push the ball out the other side. And that takes that defender out the ball. If you find it difficult to get your right leg or your left leg, depending on whatever one it is using, around the ball to push out the other side, just push your non-kicking leg forward a little bit so it gets it to maybe here, so it's a little bit easier to get that turn in. The better you get at it, the more technical you get, the more confident you get with it, then kick that non-kicking foot where you normally would because that's what really gets that detail in. So just watch the demonstration. So it's in, it's turn, drive away, stop, and then I'm going to do the same the other end trying to work on my left leg. I go in, turn, out of the way and stop. Give that one a practice. Off you go. Third exercise we're doing, like all weeks, the third one's more rhythmic. Now, in previous weeks, we've done this stop, step, touch, push away, and we've used it over a bigger distance. Today, we're going to do it really quickly, and we're going to try and keep ourselves probably within a 2 or 3 yard gap. So stop, step, push, stop, step, push. And we're just doing these little touches, just getting that ball, just pushing, just bouncing over the top of the ball. Now, if you watch carefully, previous weeks, we've actually stopped the ball, then stepped over it. This week, if you notice, if you can, and you don't have to do this, as I step here, I actually start to roll the ball a little bit to where I want it to go. So it goes roll, touch, push, roll, touch, push, roll, touch, push, roll, touch, push. So give that a practice, see how you get on, 60 seconds work, do it 3 times, let's go. Like with all the players we've talked about the last 2 or 3 weeks, the Neymars, the Hazards, the Messis, they've got a great ability to take you in one direction and quickly change that. And that gives that defender that little bit of a bite that he wants to go and commit. And we're going to do the same thing with this practice now. So if I take the ball a little bit further away so you can see. So my first touch is going to be towards the camera. I'm pushing it there And as it starts to travel, I'm then dragging it back and pushing it out the other side. Okay, so I'll show you front on, so you can see. So I'm actually going to be going in that direction for this, but I'm going to commit that defender that way. So it's a little push, drag, push across the body. Now that drag is crucial, okay? So it's a push. I'm saying I'm going in that direction. As that defender commits to make that challenge or to go with me, I'm then dragging the ball right tightly, and it's tight. And I'll show you again from the other angle. So it's push, drag it across my body, and then I'm using that left leg to give me a real shunt out the other side. Okay, so just watch again from this angle, and then I'll show you what it looks like in real time. So it's push, drag, push. Now did you notice I lifted my left leg a little bit so I could keep that ball really tight to my body, and also as that left leg comes up here, as it lets it go past, I'm in a position that I can really explode and push out the other side. So this is what it'll look like, so I'm going to do it both ways. Touch, drag, push. Stop. Touch, drag, push. And stop. That's how I want you to work with it. 60 seconds work, 3 sets, off you go. The exercise we're working on today is using some of the techniques we've used in previous weeks. So you've seen the turns we've done where we've come in this position here, we've rolled our foot over the ball, stopped it, gone in another direction. We've also used this one where we've gone from inside to out. So you rolled over the ball that way and brought the ball back in this direction. And what we're going to do is we're going to work on those 2 techniques but on both feet, and then hopefully in some way or some point we're going to put that into some kind of rhythm so you actually start to get light on your feet. So this is what it will look like. I'll go slow first. So over, stop, step, now left foot, over, stop, step, right foot, over, stop, step, left foot. So it's that kind of movement. Now notice one key thing, I'm actually planting my foot on the floor. I'm not doing this, out to in, and then rolling the ball with my feet like this. That's not what I'm doing. It's roll, stop, roll, stop, roll, stop, roll, stop, roll, stop, roll, stop. That's the movement. Now in the first stages, you'll probably find yourself putting your heel on the floor quite a bit. You'll find yourself planting that heel. As you get more competent at it, as you get better at it, you'll start to feel yourself leaning more forward and the ball of the foot coming into action a lot more, okay? So this is the movement. So we're going in, out, and just try and get a little bounce in it, so then you start to move with the ball. And rather than stepping with it, you're actually starting to bounce over the top of it. Now again, you're working for 60 seconds, you're going to do it 3 times. Do as many as you can, but the most important thing with this one isn't the work rate, it's the technique. Rather you practice the technique and get the technique going. There's the 6 exercises for this week. Good luck with it. Share any footage that you want to share, and I'll see you again Wednesday. Take care.